Well, moving on to the next thing that I wanted to show is how to put in the weather seal on this roof hatch. Up here. So this leaks, and the only place that I've found to find this is Precision Products. I'm going to have pictures of their webpage. I don't think I can link on the YouTube to a webpage yet. But I'll have a picture of that up there, and they got a video of how to do this. Okay, so I started taking this out, and I'm glad I did, because that's one of the screws that come out, and it's kind of tight in there. I've been trying to work on some of them. But that's water, rusty water. It's been standing up in there, and it hasn't been outside and hadn't rained in probably a week or so at least. Alright, like I said, it's not like I just pulled this vehicle in from the rain. And that's the water is dripping now that I got a couple screws out. So I think it's this little area here catches the water. I'm going to try to show what I'm doing here. I took some WD-40 and sprayed up on some of these screws that were being a little too tight for me to get with the screwdriver. So what I've done is I'm using my quarter drill with the bit on it that fits the screw right. The better choice would be use one of the little impact drill driver, the little cordless ones, but I don't have one of those. So I'm going to push up real hard with the drill. Once I climb up in here and get a grip to the back of the head. I'm going to push up in here real hard and barely knock it, because I don't want it to strip out like that. Pretty much is what I'm trying to avoid. There we go. So I wasn't pushing up good and square on it. Okay, good. I guess I should have picked up my magnetic holder instead of just a regular old socket. Okay, I got it out. I had to replace my my bit. When I spun it that one time, not having it pressed up good, it chewed it up. So I put a new bit in there and make sure I got up on it good, and they come right out. I'm going to be replacing those screws anyway, but I just didn't want to have to try to drill and tap. So you can see in here, the water was just going past the seal and catching in there and puddling up. So, ow! If I can hit my head about 5 more times today, that'd be great. So that just went into the plastic container on the roof hatch, and it looks like the roof hatch is like some sort of I forgot what you call that, the panel adhesive stuff. The roof hatch is actually sealed pretty good. So I think what I'm going to do is not mess with that right now, just because it is sealed good, and what I don't want to do is be over here trying to break that seal and then end up breaking this bezel or something like that, and then I'll really be in a pickle with that. So I think I'm just going to have to deal with working on replacing the seal, just fixing strictly what the issue is. The seal leaks, fix the leak, and move on for now and focus on other stuff. Alright, I'm working on getting these 4 screws out. I got 2 of them out, soaked them with WD-40. Kind of the same thing I had with the ones on the inside where they had some rust on them. You can see the heads here, they're starting to kind of strip out a little bit, and they're half rusted out anyway. So I'm going to see what I can do with that, but that is a problem with this. It just sits out in the weather. So I'll go in and replace those once I get them out. Hopefully I don't have to resort to drilling and just get them out with a screwdriver, but we'll see. Alright, so that didn't work, so I'm going to come in with my rotary tool here and try to cut. So you can see the slots that was in there. Try to cut very gently. Looks like I got maybe a 1/16 of an inch that I can come down before I hit the plastic here. And cut a groove in it and see if I can get a flathead in there. Okay, I got that thing cut as close as I could and as square as I could. Looks like I don't have focus. So you can see kind of how I slotted it. I tried to stay within the same bounds of the Phillips head. Looks like I might have kissed the plastic just a little bit, and I got it where it was breaking loose. Well, it was turning, but trying to do this with one hand is a little rough, but you get the idea. So that method worked here. I might change my blade out to a thinner blade on this next one that I got to do, and that might make it a little easier to get a better bite on it. Okay, so I use this little thin blade here versus this thicker blade here, and it turned out better. I actually had the black thicker one on there. I don't like using these little thin blades because they shatter so easily. But for this job, they were absolutely perfect. Took half the time. You can see the slot, just a nice little slot in there, thin slot, and it just come right out. It wasn't that those wedged in there hard, it's just the heads were rotted out. So that's how to take those out. So now I'm well on the way to getting everything apart and getting the seal put in. Alright, I'm getting the channel cleaned pretty good. I know I won't be able to really get all of it out, but I need to get a good majority of it out, especially against the inside wall right here, because that's where the new seal glues to. So I did have a little trouble back in this channel here, getting that out. It seems like it was bonded on a lot better. It's still soft. But as you saw before, I didn't have a seal left. It was just cracked up, nothing. So it's good that Precision had that. Anyways, I'm going to wipe everything down, review their video, and get to installing this. Alright, got the seal dry fitted. I want to be cautious putting my phone over the hole here and just thinking it's going to drop. But like what they said, the straight edge towards the lip, and then I'm going to cut it like what they're saying, you know, quarter-ish or whatever off there, and then get it glued in. Alright, so I'm set up. I got my mirror set up back there. That way I can see the back of the lip. I'm pointing at the front one here, so I can see the lip in here if I get the sealant down in there good. Since I can't see on that back side there, I'll use the mirror for that. So I got my tape ready. I'm using the same thing that they used. 3M black snot or gorilla snot or whatever most people call it. And I'll get that in there. It doesn't say anything about cure time on the bottle, so I'm just going to do the typical contact cement, do both sides, wait for it to kind of haze over, and then stick it together and give it 24 hours and call it good. Okay, so I'm getting the glue on, letting it kind of tack over a little bit. I did the first quarter, and I forgot to do that, but it should be okay. One thing I noticed on this Gorilla Snot stuff is it's not super thin, but it's a lot thinner than RTV. So if you grab the bottle and to go to use it, don't treat it like RTV and its viscosity and sticky. Well, it's sticky as RTV, probably more, but it flows out really good. So don't just go and squeeze that bottle and you have a big mess. This stuff is very, very snotty. Okay, so I did get some new fasteners. Here's the little bugger right here that I'm replacing, side by side with the one that I got. And no focus. There we go. So it's pretty much the same screw. I was going to go with stainless, but the stainless ones for the little ones had a different thread pitch. I'm going to go through, once I get it all assembled, paint the whole thing with trim black. This matte trim black right here. So that should protect everything pretty good. So I did find the stainless, replacement stainless ones for the interior ones. So they'll look good and sharp. I still got to paint that piece as well. So just waiting on glue to dry, and then I'll start assembling. Okay, so it's on there. It's trim black. This is complete. I got the trim bezel back on. I went in and used these stainless steel screws. I painted it with the Satin Canyon Rust-Oleum painter's touch for plastic, metal, wood, all that good stuff. I painted it with that. So now the little roof hatch, you can see, opens and closes. So this part of the project's complete. I got a long way to go to complete this project, but I'm just, as you've probably seen, I'm knocking out those big critical systems, get my leaks fixed, get the drivability down, and work on those. Because whenever I jump on this, it's going to be a major project, and it's going to have to be the only project that I have going on. Because I'm going to finish taking all the interior out, do upholstery work, do paint and body. Like there's no sound deadener at all back behind there. So I'll go back and do the lizard skin, spray that in there, which means I need everything out to do that. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.